This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, folks. I'm Damon Bruce.
And the players getting together for a little chat as we're just about ready to get going here. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Pistons, they've got Plumlee. What a tremendous talent, getting ready for his first NBA appearance. Then there's Grant, and it's Griffin in at the 4. And for the Celtics,
we knew that at some point the window for the group of Celtics that had won a title was going to close. I mean, it was inevitable. But last year it seemed like they were going to go for one last hurrah as they added some depth and looked to reload for another run.
and it's the Pistons to start out. Rose with the ball. Left side, Rose. Shoots from the line. The shot no good. Walker with some nice D. Right side to Walker. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. There's the pass to Smart. And here's Brown outside. And the basket good. Brown's got the first bucket of the night. A three-pointer for Boston. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Dwayne Casey.
Kevin, he told me basically he wants to turn the thoroughbreds loose today. He said, frankly, I don't think they have the speed to keep up with us. The more we run, the better off we'll be. Should be a fast-paced game, Kevin.
Thanks, Doris. Now Brown, following the three-point attempt by Blake Griffin. Brown kicks to Smart. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
He had his choice of finishing moves there. You just got to love the fact he went old school with the finger roll.
Rose dishes to Griffin. And he's good on the three ball. Griffin's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Knocks it loose. Three-pointer right. Can't get it to go. And here's Smart. Tice. The feed to Smart. There's the triple. Rebound by Rose.
The clear look at the hoop. He doesn't miss many of those.
Puts the lead pass in front of him. No good from Grant.
Kind of a shaky first few minutes. Guys, 5 field goal attempts, only 1 made.
Here's Smart. Drains the three-pointer. Smart's got 5 points so far.
A little confusion defensively.
Well, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
That is good.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
And now the Pistons, fast break. Griffin with the ball. Banked in off the glass. Griffin's got his second basket of the night.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
It's Brown on the wing. Lets it go with the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Talk about going to Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there.
Now here's Smart. 5 points in the game. Back to Brown. Kicks it to Smart. The Celtics working the ball around now. Tice. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And getting back to the Celtics and Rondo's injury, a lot of people expected them to start the rebuilding process. Ended up staying pat at the deadline, Steve. Even though there was, it seemed, a lot of interest.
You know, you want to give that group, KG and Pierce and Rondo, you want to give them another run. And they had their last hurrah. They didn't get it finished. And now you start the rebuilding project. So a lot of trades, a lot of movement over the summer. But I like the fact that they gave that club one more run.
Dishes it to Smart. Brown outside. Carries it from three-point range. Brown's got 9 points.
Positive opening quarter for them. The shots have been falling.
You know, the shooting percentage would be nice if it stayed right there, but that's going to be tough to do.
Grant. It's rebounded by Smart.
I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there, even though it didn't.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying hard to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics.
Well, Detroit has always been one of those teams you think of when it comes to franchises that epitomize the rough and tough Eastern Conference. Always look to be a tough defensive team, and they might not have the flashiest players, but they have some of the toughest, no doubt.
4 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Smith. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Smith's got his first bucket in this one. Rose goes in for the 3. Gets it to go. And Clark, as you said, the Pistons were strong against the rest of the East last year. Didn't give away too many games, and 25 of their 29 wins came against Eastern opponents.
Yeah, they took advantage of the weaker conference for sure, but it just shows you how much growth they have ahead of them, because in order to get to the playoffs, they're going to have a good record against the West as well.
Austin with the ball, following the 3 by Detroit. Smith, no good. Smith against Rose. 36 seconds left in the first. Smith with the defensive effort.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket, but not that time.
A nice shot by Teague.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, I think that could really set things up well the rest of the game. Pound the ball inside and let your perimeter players play off your bigs.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
Poked away. From outside the arc. And again, Boston with the triple. 7 seconds left here in the first quarter. Rose attacking with 2 seconds left. And the layup is good. Rose has got 8 points.
Both teams on fire right from the opening tip.
Pedal to the throttle, Steve, just like we like.
Oh, and the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And they're sharing the ball, too, which I love. They're piling up the assist. We're seeing great offensive movement.
6 to shoot. Langford, the pass to Thompson, and the shot is good. Thompson's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Celtics. Pistons trail by 8. Takes the 3. Offensive rebound. Outside for Jackson. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hi, guys. There was a time when Chris Bosh wasn't sure how he'd play at center. He tried to bulk up and change his approach. But he said, quote, after about 3 years, I said, forget it and just be myself. I'm never going to be big and just bulky like that. Now he says, quote, I know it's unorthodox, but I'm not going to waste my time trying to bang in the post against bigger guys. I'm just going to be all over the court. And because of that, I think I've become a much better player. Kevin?
Not the biggest guy, but boy, he is quick, Doris. I think that's one of his advantages. Celtics leading by 6. Number 37, guarded by Jackson. Back to T, and it's blocked. Number 41, defended by Langford. The shot's good from Hayes.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it. Guys, the Celtics went from being a powerhouse in the East to middle of the pack last season, but they still protected their home court as well as anybody. Easy to find inspiration here with the parquet floor under your shoes and the banners hanging over top.
And the Pistons, an entirely new group now out there. Back to Brown. Here's the three. That's good. Brown's got 14 points.
He is bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from him?
Well, we've already seen plenty. The majority of his points have come on that shot.
Here's Jackson. And the shot no good, a bit short. You do have to love the parquet floor here, as you said, Clark. The pride certainly a factor last season, as the Celtics were able to finish, Steve, with a 27-13 record here at their home.
And even though the Celtics would end up just as the 7th seed in the East, you knew they would control their home floor just because of their veteran experience, their talent, their coaching. So they were really able to ride that home court into the playoffs.
There's the bucket, good. And that's now 7 points for Blake Griffin.
Well, his body control is what I noticed. I think that jumps off the page when you watch him play, even with the defender draped all over him. He's able to find a way to get to the rim and get the shot to go in.
And I know something else the fans love about him is the way he's capable of going straight over the top of a defender for some monster throwdowns. I mean, we're talking about posterization with capital letters.
And Wright kicks to Jackson. Grant. A three-pointer, no good. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. He dishes it to Walker. Shoots the three. No luck. Now the Pistons take it the other way. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
He feeds it to Smart. The kick out to Brown. And here comes the break. Plumlee dishes to Grant. And he goes in for the dunk.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
One of the problems for the Pistons last season was they always seemed to come out after halftime flat. Just couldn't sustain the kind of intensity and focus needed to win consistently. That was a big part of why they had such a tough year.
Derrick Rose is checked in for Detroit. And they're on the break. Goes up. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break. Tremendous stuff from a guy, Clark, we think more of for his passing.
Yeah, but he's got tremendous leaping ability and a surplus supply, too.
Well, that's a great aggressive move, and 2 big points, too.
Well, going back to the Pistons, the third quarter for them was by far their worst scoring quarter. Several points lower than any other quarter they played in, and with the sample size you get over the course of a season, that is no accident.
Well, you know, what you think about now with a team like this is that if it's young, maybe they're not used to the tweaks and the adjustments that other teams are making after the halftime break. So this is an area for improvement for this Detroit team.
That's good.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
And now the Pistons fast break. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. There's 48 seconds left in the first half. Wright, the pass to Grant.
Now, whatever touch he had in the first quarter, it's gone now.
And the go-ahead bucket, no good. The dish to Walker. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2. And the Celtics lead by 4. For Detroit, they've gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Rose attacking. The shot from the low post is good. Rose has got 6 points in the quarter.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
And Walker kicks to Smart. Back to Walker. And he banks into layup. Walker's got his second bucket of the night.
What a great little run he's on here in the quarter.
Outside Rose.
Yeah, the defender's draped all over.
It's pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. First free throw is good. And the Pistons making a change here. And Rose drops them both. Tatum. No good on that last second attempt there. And a tight game here as we end.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. The weekend is in full swing on a Saturday night. Glad to have you along with us. A tightly contested game for
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint. Welcome back to Boston, Massachusetts. The skyscrapers all lit up overlooking downtown.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He's got 16 points, and he's also been picking up some nice assists here and there, too.
Well, he's going to have to continue to play this way, Clark, because this offense thrives on his passing ability, and they've got it going right now.
The Pistons trailing. Here's Grant. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, defensively, he's a guy who always seems to anticipate the fast break and chase people down with his quickness and explosiveness to block shots in transition. So we'll keep an eye on that throughout the game.
And something else that comes to mind with him is how many guys he's given the poster treatment to. I mean, flying high to power one down while the defender stands there looking for mercy.
Smart. No good off the back of the rim. And the Pistons with possession. They trail by 1.
Well, you know, last season, I think officially brought the immediate championship aspirations of the Celtics to a close. The 7th seed in the East, dispatched in the first round by the Knicks. The rebuild was on in full cycle.
Walker against Rose. Clock at 6. Tatum, defended by Griffin. The layup off target. And back to the Celtics, making the playoffs, sure, but, you know, not like Steve back in 08 or 2010.
Well, this has been a phenomenal era, with KG and Pierce that is now a thing of the past. But look, they've hoisted a championship banner, very close to another. But it's just time to move on, and that's just the way it is in the NBA. These things go in waves, and the Celtics now in rebuilding mode.
The second chance effort, rejected by Griffin.
Well, it's hard to believe that we're at this point in the game, and he still hasn't registered a single point.
And that one's good. Now it's a 6-point Piston lead.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Rose with the double team. Now here's Smart, guarded by Wright. Wright, and the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Detroit with the ball. They've got an 8-0 run. Rose goes in, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nice work to get inside and draw the foul.
Yeah, it's obvious. The defense not going to allow many easy layups. They're going to make you earn it from the line.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
You know, you think of what a typical Eastern Conference team plays like, and you often think of the Celtics. I mean, they like to slow it up. They'll play hard D and take their fouls when they can. Still, the Celtics last year were just average when it came to playing the rest of the conference.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Well, back for Celtics, even as you said, Clark, they do all the things most Eastern Conference teams do well. They just couldn't keep it together, Steve, to finish far above 500 in the East.
Well, losing Rondo was a huge part of it, as they had to adjust their entire offense midway through the season. And I think a lot of it, too, is the rest of the East has caught up to them, and time is finally catching up to them.
Really hard to decide, guys, which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Clark, there's no wrong answer to that one, my friend. Sensational alley-oop all the way around.
Agreed.
All of the above. Now, still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3, even before that miss.
Pistons leading by 6. Pass to Plumlee. Backs him down from the post. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the Pistons making a change here. Plumlee hits them both. Boston's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Passes it to Smart. He kicks it to T. Shot clock at 5. Gives him the lead pass. Rejected by Hayes. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Detroit making a switch here. Griffin's checked in. Teague inside the line. Offensive rebound. Thompson misses.
That's what they call the $1 million move with the 10-cent finish.
Hayes, he's covered by Thompson. And Hayes kicks to Griffin. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws.
Blake Griffin doing all sorts of things. 9 points and 2 steals as well. I'll tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
Yeah, just on the strength of his defense alone, he would have stood out, but his offense has been outstanding as well.
Walker goes in. That drops. Walker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the 3rd quarter of play now. Griffin sets the screen for Hayes. Grant outside. Detroit, no good that time either.
Really quite surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds given what the scoreboard says.
Yeah, it's not typical. I mean, they have been really dominant on the glass.
Griffin against T. Shot clock at 3. Releases. And Griffin sends it back. Walker's shot is off. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Grant. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Grant's got 5 now. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Now, we've seen them make that extra effort rotating from the weak side, closing out on their airspace, sending shots back.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Pistons leading by 8. Now here's Hayes. 55 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Grant dishes to right. Pass to Griffin. Moves back up. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Here's Walker. Griffin getting on top. Shot's good by Walker. Walker's got 4 points in the quarter.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they need it.
Three-pointer right. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
It's such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
And the Pistons making a change here. The Pistons leading. Now Hayes. Hayes gets a screen from Okafor. Hayes the pass to Wright. Okafor kicks to Hayes. Buries the long-range jumper. Hayes has got 6 points. Heaves it up. Shot is off. Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the fourth quarter. Pistons. Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. Pistons leading by 9. And right, here we go. Deflected. Here's Walker. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition. Well, you know, when they need a big three, he's the guy they look to. He's about as reliable a deep threat as you're going to find.
And one of his other great qualities, Steve, is his quick trigger off the dribble. I mean, he can get his shot off in an instant, a nanosecond.
Smith, no luck.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Kemba Walker comes up with the loose ball. Celtics trail by 10. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Way too loose on that inbounds pass.
Detroit making a switch here. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Osby. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
He doesn't get the second one. Austin's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Okafor getting untied. Smith with the basket on the assist by Walker.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
And Hayes kicks to Griffin. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Whitey's checked in for the Pistons. Now a timeout called by Boston.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Kevin, the head coach for the Celtics, had some instruction for his guys during that break. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Pistons lead by 11.
Terrible transition defense there.
I think it would have been pointless, Steve. There was no way anybody was beating him to the basket there.
Smith outside. Knocked loose. One-on-one fast break. Here's Wright, and that one is stuffed right through.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Griffin a screen on Smith. And Wright kicks to Griffin. Lets it go from 11. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Celtics trail by 16. Feeds it to Walker. He passes to Smart. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
There's the pick. Now, here's Grant. Guarded closer. Griffin. The finger roll finish at the bucket.
You know, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring. In the paint.
Well, that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
The Pistons making a change here. Rose is checked in. Brown outside. Doubled by Plumlee. Brown with it. Now guarded by Grant. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Rose attacking the pass to Grant. No one near. The kick out to right. They get it again. Outside Rose. And at last they get one to fall. Rose has got 11 in the second half. Rose with the double team. Brown dishes to Walker. Here's the floater. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 4 assists in the game. Outside Rose. The feed to Grant. Kicks it to Griffin. Right side Griffin. From the right block, the shot is good. Griffin's got 7 points for the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Here's Smart. Dishes it to Brown. He feeds it to Smart. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Pistons leading by 18. Rose passes to right. Back to Rose. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Outside, Walker fires from deep. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. So Detroit ends up going with the new group. 1:04 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Rose. The shot misses. Great D that time from Langford. Boston's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. That's good. Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Outside Rose. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Back to Williams. All sorts of time. Smith outside. And that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession. And the Pistons making a change here. Number 37, guarded by Jackson. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. First one falls for him. Good on both. Right side Jackson. Osby. It's in. And so it's the Pistons taking care of business here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team.